I played 6 months maybe, and most of that I wasn't even playing, so probably like 2 months. I it was too confusing for me picking up a new instrument and trying to teach myself. I downloaded or I started paying for like Fender guitar lessons, but it wasn't it wasn't at the same wasn't at the same speed, I guess, and they didn't have the same sort of stylistic preferences that I feel like you and I have. Um, um, Honestly, I think probably pretty immediately. I think one of my first lessons was just playing through a basic song, and after fumbling around by myself and not knowing what I was doing, being able to play whatever basic song it was. And again, it was pretty immediate. One of my first lessons, I was like, oh, maybe this won't be so bad, and I can actually start learning how to play. I'm enjoying them. I mean, like I said, I was just trying to teach myself, and I hit a wall very early on, and now I think I have passed that. I've hit other walls, but significantly better, I think, than when I first started. And I feel like I can actually play the guitar, somewhat. I can pick out chords. Being able to hear the right note, if I'm missing the note, I would have never been able to do that if I didn't come here. I mean, just a variety of things, just being just an overall better player in the basics. It's easy, but it gets more difficult as we've gone on in our lessons. But I think after I have it explained to me, it's easier to understand than just diving in. Like in the Fender lessons, they just dove you right in. But after having someone explain what I need to do and actually see, where your fingers are on the guitar, that helps a lot. Osterloh Guitar Academy puts a lot of things in terms of just different music styles that I like. Whether it's metal or rock. Osterloh Guitar Academy will always point something out about how something we're learning fits into a specific song that I like, or some new song. And it's, I guess, sort of just having that musical connection just helps a lot. Yes, they are. In fact, we just played Pac-Man today with uh, guitar scale shapes. Yes, I have I have something that I feel like I always have to accomplish, or else face disappointment on the way of Osterloh Guitar Academy. But I mean, it's not just not looking to avoid a disappointing lesson, but just being able to say, oh yeah, like we played a scale in a workshop. I can go and maybe try to turn that into some cool lick. Yes, we I think have a lot of conversations about where I want to be Osterloh Guitar Academy and myself have a lot of conversations about where I want to be and where I'm at currently and how I can improve, specifically like what I could work on to just improve some aspect. It's all spherical learning, so if I'm having trouble with muting, I'll play some sort of exercise that will solve that, and then the muting will go into chord strumming. So it all bleeds into itself, and ultimately, Osterloh Guitar Academy always points out a roadmap of how this week's lesson will help me reach my goals, either in the short term or the long term. Every time I've had a music teacher, they haven't been engaging and haven't motivated me to practice. Just felt more like a chore on a weekday after having to do homework or something. So that was a major concern, and being able to not have that happen has been really important, I think, in driving me to get better with guitar.
Understood.
It's more personal. Like I've said, trying to teach myself, or watching YouTube videos, obviously that's not personal. And, some teachers I've had just work on the same things every week with their students. But Osterloh Guitar Academy doesn't do that. I don't think we all work on something different based on where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I had to start over, I would start with some basic electric guitar. I started with an acoustic guitar and it sucked. Trying to go through all the drills, so I think if I were to start over, it would just be some basic electric guitar. I guess I thought it would be pretty impossible to sort of learn where every note is. And I'm not quite at that point where I know where every note is, but it was very overwhelming to me to know that there was an X amount of notes that that guitar could play. And so I thought I would be fumbling around learning that, and that would be a lot of what lessons would focus on, is just learning where the notes are on the guitar.